Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late October 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Virgo collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for the Virgo collective in late October? And as you can see, my friends, we are in the holiday spirit. You get to have your cards read by Tarot Reading Taco. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get it going here, my guides. Talk to me. What energies, messages, insights can we look at for you? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. What do we got? Beautiful. Okay. So we have our pal here with that very stylish haircut. And this card does link to history or the past in one form or another. And it does link to another card within the deck. Now, it could also represent having a good time or having fun, leisure activities too. So there's a lot of little sub-notes with that card. Now, before we fully dive into it, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this nice gentleman here with his awesome hairdo. So as you can see, this distinguished guy, he's chilling there. It's like he's watching a home movie of some sort. He has his projector and it's projecting an image of a lady. And when I see this card, it is very reminiscent, or reminiscing is a big theme when this card is here. This image that he's showing is another card that's in the deck. I wish I could pick through and show it to you. So they are connected. So when I see it, whether it's talking about history people have together, thinking back on a lot of memories, it's very similar to the Six of Cups. So for a lot of Virgos in this time, yeah, maybe you're just reflecting back on something in a big way, or it's somebody that you're connected to that has this on their mind. Now, aside from that, when I see this card, this person is enjoying a leisure activity, right? They're watching movies. So for some Virgos, things been a little tough, a little rough. You've been work, all work, no play. This could be spirit saying like, hey, Virgo, maybe make a little time to enjoy yourself. Leisure activities, watch some movies, Netflix, video games, whatever it might be. Have some time in nature, exercise, whatever leisure activity is good for you. Spirit might want you to indulge in that. So we're just going to put him right there by the crystals. Let's get into tarot now. And yeah, I always say that first card there doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the lovely Virgos. Let's see what's happening. What do we got? And while we get the deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It felt pretty nice, so I'm hoping that energy could bleed over for a couple of weeks. The reading was titled A Surprising Win. Now, I always say wins come in all different shapes and sizes. Sometimes it could be monetary or financial. Sometimes it's work things. Sometimes interpersonal. But to me, it did feel like a win popping up out of nowhere, or just something going way better than expected. So hopefully that energy lingers around you for a while, because it was a little choppy the weeks leading up to that. But let's see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So when we take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Virgo. What is going on, my good friends? Okay. 7 of Swords starting us off here. I mean, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. I mean, it's always going to make me raise an eyebrow when this is the lead-off energy, lead-off card. We'll talk about it. Let's get a couple more. Got here. Ace of Cups, all right. Maybe. Let's just put that down right there in the center. Let's get one more out here, because I don't want to say I'm confused by these energies, but one is like extremely positive. The other one is pretty rough. And we got the King of Pentacles, a card that could be representing you. So obviously this isn't like a bad thing on the back end, but we're going to need to really break this down and take a look at it, because we could be looking at various different things here. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, elementally, yeah, there's a lot of internal energy, like with the swords and the cups. Like these are energies within, where swords are communication and logic. This is the heart. When we see the cups, it's emotion, it's feeling, it's creativity. And we'll go into more depth about that. So you see these strong internal energies here in the front. We have the King of Cups there on the back end, and King of Pentacles, pardon me, which is one of your cards, right? And no, it's not gender specific. So it's like we have the self, we have an obscured energy, we have a new energy. So it's like a lot of different things. Let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it out. So position number one, we are starting with the Seven of Swords. So like I said, whenever this card leads off a spread, it makes me raise an eyebrow. Now, it's not all bad with this card. There are some real positives that could be had here. And remember, I said last week's reading was a surprising win. The positives of the Seven of Swords, and we'll get into the challenge of it as well. The positives of this card is it just something that's obscured, something that's not visible, something that might not be known to you. Surprising, unexpected. So it links perfectly with what we saw last week. But there is a laundry list of challenges with this Seven of Swords. It could be someone purposely hiding things. This could be secrecy, sneaky type of energy, thieves. It could be an individual that you should keep at arm's length and not really trust with this Seven of Swords. But what I'm seeing here with this Ace of Cups and then the Seven of Swords kind of combined together, this could be somebody hiding the way they feel or not expressing it. That could be a big thing when this is all linked together. But I always say with the Seven of Swords, it could represent a person that you might need to proceed with caution. Okay, there could be some unknowns here. Moving to the center, and we're not going to spend all our time on that one card, right? It's a big reading. We have the Ace of Cups here in the middle. Now, I always say all aces represent offers and opportunities. They're beautiful energies. They're fresh. They're new. They reinvigorate us. This is a really nice type of energy to see, specifically the Ace of Cups. Now, they all do link to communication, talking. This one is emotional communications, emotional offers, getting something off of your chest. There's a lot of positives here. But I always say when it comes to aces, similar to pages, this isn't an energy that's fully mature. This isn't a sure thing. This is not a guarantee. This is something where you might still have to do some things. You might have to take some action, right? Because when it comes to aces, limited time only, right? Like these are opportunities or things that can wither on the vine. Again, it could just be a conversation or a talk of some kind, especially next to the Seven of Swords and a card of you. There could be unexpected or surprising talks, and I'll really key in on that when we go into clarify. Another thing the Ace of Cups could represent is just how you're feeling, your emotional state, your emotional well-being. Okay, so that could be very important. Now, moving to the back end, as we tuck that Ace of Cups back in, we have our good pal here, the King of Pentacles. I don't know why I keep calling him the King of Cups. Maybe some of you are connected to a water sign, but the King of Pentacles to me is beautiful. Earth sign energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And to me, it is well grounded. It's very abundant, similar to the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. So we think of material stability. We think of material abundance. Our cups runneth over when this card is here. And it's just very solid, stable, predictable, and firm. We really like this card. Again, in my simplistic style, the clarifier might just tell us something that's coming towards you or a way you might be feeling, of course. But I like the King of Pentacles. Now, in its challenge, it could represent someone that's a little too stubborn, a little too set in their ways. They are who they are. It is what it is. In its reverse form, the King of Pentacles could sometimes be a little unpredictable or shaky, but I'm not going to go there until we clarify, because I feel like there's a lot of surrounding energy that we need to take a look at further. So we're going to place him right there. Yeah, Virgo, I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for the Virgos, please? What is happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Seven of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Virgo, drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Seven of Swords time. What's happening? What is going on? Okay, and I've been seeing this in all the earth signs, like things popping back up, things resurfacing. I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing, because the Wheel of Fortune to me is a very positive card. But something is coming in, and it's like unbeknownst for whatever reason. Now, I will say this, when it comes to individuals, interpersonal connections, I would be a little cautious in this time. Slow and steady wins the race type of vibe. But with this wheel in reverse, it's like, okay, yeah, it's coming back around. It's returning. It's cycling back. Okay, so watch out for things, an unexpected, surprising return. I've been seeing this in all the earth signs for some reason, because this is a card of karmic cycles. Now, another thing I do say about this, the Wheel of Fortune is very expansive. Okay, it expands things. It's very lucky, even in its reverse form, but it's sudden, it's quick. So when I see it under a card of mystery, it's like something's coming at you real quick. So whether it is a situation that catches you off guard, like a surprising or unexpected situation, or a return. I mean, again, I've been seeing this in all the earth signs this week, so it's kind of like coded into earth placements for whatever reason. I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing. It could tie into communication, especially with that Ace of Cups that's next to it, so we're going to have to explore that further. Now, zodiacally, I link the wheel to Sagittarius and Pisces because of the Jupiter ties. But to me, like, it's just moving quick, it's coming back around quick, and then we have this obscured energy as well. So just be very cautious, especially if someone pops back up in this time they haven't really talked to for a while. Like, just take your time, any interpersonal connection, okay, whether it's friends or otherwise. Let's keep moving to the Ace of Cups. We're not going to linger there too long. So why is that Ace of Cups here? I mean, usually Virgos are very well prepared for all eventualities. Okay, this is smooth, so there might be a potential or possibility to smooth something over. And I do have to give the message, especially with the Ace of Cups and all this energy, I just feel like it's a linking. You might be having conversations and talks that you weren't expecting to have in this time, so just keep that in mind. Unexpected or surprising talk. We're just going to put it out there because I feel it with 3 of these front 4 cards. However, when I see strength under the Ace of Cups, there is something good coming in. Okay, these are all very positive cards in this L form. I would still be cautious about interpersonal connections, but overall, there's a well-intentioned energy moving in here. So this is really good. Strength, it could sometimes represent temptation, of course. I think of it as someone's character. Okay, I think of their internals, who they are as a person. And with the Ace of Cups and the Strength card, it's like, oh, okay, I like this energy. This is a really good energy. It works well. Like, it's flowing nice. Big Leo energy here as well. But again, I feel like that surprising, unexpected talk is in the mix. But for another portion of you, when I see Strength and the Ace of Cups, it's like, all right, you can mend something in this time. You could possibly fix something, mend a bridge. I'm not going to say it's like apologies, and I'm not going to go off the rails like that, but I feel like it could be good for problem solving and mending things, making something right. So who knows? It all really depends on everything else that shakes out. But I like the energy for the most part. I mean, I'm cautious because of the 7 of Swords, but I feel like it could just link into the conversations you have in this time. Just still, I'm not saying be 9 of Wands, be on your guard, but just be cautious about connections. Let's go in on the King of Pentacles. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. Overall, I like the energy. It's still pretty positive and in a similar vein that we saw last week. So let's go in on that King of Pentacles. Let's see what's up there. Thank you. King of Swords. Wow. All right. The King of Swords is extremely strategic, and there are similarities. I always say when it comes to all the kings in tarot, they represent control of their respective suit. Okay, so when we see the Pentacles, that's earthy, it's your abundance, your material. This King of Swords is about strategy, it's planning, big air sign energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, he's very stern, very serious in this time. Now, for a lot of you, if it is in regards to business, I mean, again, there could be a situation that pops up that you need to take it serious from the jump. Okay, like with the King of Pentacles and King of Swords, it's like, all right, nah, this person, they've got a plan in hand. They got this. So for some of you, you might just need to know, like, hey, listen, Spirit's saying you got this. You got control over this. So there might be something coming in where you're taking the driver's seat, the driver wheel, where it's like, all right, you're in control. Even if it doesn't feel like you are, you have control of this situation, whatever it might be. King of Swords is extremely intelligent. It's smart. It's analytical. It does plan as well. This is like a master planner. So just know, yeah, there could be some strategizing necessary, especially when you have all this energy popping up out of nowhere. I think that's why Spirit's like, all right, just calm, keep it calm and steady. But I like this energy here on the back end, and I feel for a lot of you, whatever situations you might be dealing with in this time, you might have more control over it than you think. And if that's not the case, maybe these are just two very important individuals you're connected to. But I feel your mental acuity is really being sharp and taking charge in this time. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. I like this energy for the most part, but especially with the communication and the cards, it's just like, be easy, Virgo. Let's go through and do a quick recap before we get to the shadow. Position number 1, we led off with the 7 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So like I said, this could be a surprising, unexpected return of some sort. Been seeing that within all the earth signs. It could also be a conversation, because I feel like it does link in an L shape for some reason with the Ace of Cups. So for a portion of you, as we move forward, there could be conversations and talks you weren't expecting to have that could be popping up in this time. It's like a lot of chatter, a lot of chit chat. Moving into that center, that Ace of Cups strength card, it's a beautiful opportunity possibly, but I also see mending something. That's a big possibility as well, like making something, fixing something, making it better. This is a good, well-meaning energy in the center for whatever reason, but I get a lot of chit chat, talking. Moving to the back end, we have the King of Pentacles with the King of Swords in the upright. Whatever situations you're dealing with, you might have more control over it than you think you do. I see your mental acuity is working real well, and I feel like that's why this little warning was here about, like, just take your time or don't get too involved in other people's stuff. Okay, like, because they're just, be easy when it comes to who you're linking your energy to for whatever reason. Either that or these are just a lot of people chattering away. So Virgo, please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. Let's get a good shuffle here for my Virgo friends. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love for all my channel members. They're the ones that helped me pick out the costumes this year. So thank you. All right, let's get this shadow card out for my good friends. What's in the shadows for Virgo? Cute. All right, 10 of Wands. Okay, so don't burn the candle at both ends. I don't know why I'm phrasing it like that. For some of you, like if you've been feeling a little zapped or your energy is a little low, Spirit might want you to rest and recuperate, because the 10 of Wands, I do link heavily into physical health and vitality. Okay, so maybe some of you just need to keep a close eye on like how you're feeling, and your energy levels could be very important. For a portion of you, might be holding stress in areas like your neck, back, and spine. So maybe some of you need a little massage when this card is here. This isn't all bad, but it is a little burdensome. The one thing I do like about the 10 of Wands, though, is that it's not giving up, it's not quitting. Okay, it's like it's going to keep going through, it's going to see something through, it's not going to stop. So this could be a very beautiful energy around you, but at the same time, it's tiring. Okay, so for a small portion of you, maybe there's just something going on where your patience is reaching its breaking point, where it's like, listen, this is just too much. I don't feel anything breaking you in this time, though. So Virgo, beautiful. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar for the month of October at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments, hypothetically, if you had to get a tattoo of a tarot card, which one would you choose and why? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you again soon.